All rise. Judge Vanderbeek, court is now in session. Case number JVB 1013, case of the Jacksons.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Jackson.
Yes.
You brought this case before the court.
I did.
Okay, what's going on?
So, James and I split about a couple of years ago, and it's been pretty good. We've been splitting costs for our girl, but her last birthday was, she was 8 years old, and we had a great party. I planned it. It's been a lot of time, and it was about $1,500.
How, 8 years old?
Yes. Well, okay, she really likes, you know, ice skating, so we rented out the ice skating rink, and then Tara Lipinski came and did a little routine for the girls. It was a lot of fun. But anyways, it did cost something, and James just refused to pay it.
Whose idea was it? Wait. How much was the birthday party?
$1,500.
All right, folks, get ready for a courtroom showdown that's about to take a wild turn. Today, we've got a mother demanding child support, not for the usual reasons, but because her ex refused to pay for their daughter's $1,500 birthday bash. We're talking ice skating, a private rink, and even a professional figure skater for an 8-year-old's party. But here's the kicker. Dad had no say in any of the planning. Now mom is arguing that this is proof she needs financial support. Judge Vonda isn't buying it, but will mom's argument hold any weight? Stick around, because this case is full of entitlement, financial lessons, and a courtroom reality check you won't want to miss.
Whose idea was it to have that expensive birthday party?
Well, Tierney brought up the whole inspiration for it. So I just kind of, you know, looked at what past birthday parties we had gone to, kind of the expectation was set at a certain level, and yeah, so I did ask James for certain input, and he did not give that, so I just took that as I have to parent up. So
So you want him to pay child support now?
Yes, I think this is kind of setting it's changing up the dynamics a little bit, that he wouldn't even pay for a little bit of her birthday party. So she's getting into ballet. There's recitals coming up. There are other things coming up, and I'm just nervous that she's gonna see that imbalance in our relationship, and it's gonna cost something.
But you're creating the imbalance. $1,500 for an 8-year-old birthday party?
That doesn't sound, it sounds bad when you say it out of the context, but that's normal.
No, within the context, that is ridiculous.
That is normal.
No, it's not normal.
Susie had a birthday party that cost $2,000,
so you're trying to keep up with Susie?
Well, I didn't do $2,000. I could have done $2,000, and I think I kept it at a reasonable cost.
Wait a minute. Pause. Can you speak some reason to me?
Okay, let's pause here. We need to talk about this price tag. $1,500 for a kid's birthday? I don't know about you, but most 8-year-olds will be thrilled with a cake, some balloons, and a fun day at the park. But nope, mom went full Hollywood premiere. And let's be real, was this really about the child, or was it more about keeping up with the Susies of the world? Drop a comment below. What's the most you've ever spent on a birthday party?
I am more than happy to help our daughter celebrate and live her life, but there comes a point where it's just, you know, it's frivolous, it's opulent.
I agree.
You know, I would have been fine going halfway down the middle of just like paying to have some kids to the skating rink, but we did not need Tara Lipinski there. I thought that you were joking when you said that, which is why I didn't respond.
I do not joke. And you know how...
Excuse me. Last time I checked, I was the judge. So I would like for the two of you to address me.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sorry.
You're welcome. You did not need Tara there.
Tierney really wanted her, though.
Yeah, but Tierney is not paying $1,500, is she? No, and it's...
Now here's where things get interesting. Dad isn't refusing to contribute to their daughter's life. He's just refusing to pay for something completely unnecessary. And can we talk about how he literally thought she was joking when she brought up hiring a professional skater? That's how over the top this was. Honestly, what would you do if your co-parent dropped a luxury party bill in your lap, with zero input? Fair or foul? Sound off in the comments.
You have the expectation of him to pay that when it was your idea. That is ridiculous. And you came to court today to ask me to do what exactly?
I just want in the future to make sure that there is a balance in our relationship.
I'm going to ask you again. What is it that you came to court to ask me to do?
I would like him to pay child support.
Well, I would like for you to not spend $1,500 on a birthday party. The 9-year-old, when she turns 9, no $1,500. When she turns 10, no $1,500. I mean, that is absurd. And then you want him to pay you child support because he did not want to go in with you with this ridiculous amount of money you spend on a birthday party. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm not gonna have him pay child support based on that, and you guys have been sharing custody. So I'm assuming when the child is with you, you cover the expenses for the child, right?
And it's usually really amicable. It usually works really well, but
well, it sounds like she probably put herself in the hole with that $1,500 birthday party and is trying to recoup some of the money from it because you were trying to keep up with Susie paying $2,000, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not going to do it. And I cannot believe you actually filed this in court and asked me to do it for those grounds. Yeah.
I see that there's no weird issue with this thing. Okay.
Well, it's just, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to step in and help our daughter pursue her interests. If she wants to do ballet, sure.
Ballet makes sense. Ballet is an activity.
Right.
If she chooses to do ballet in school, I mean, it's an educational activity as well. But I am not going to order anybody pay child support based on a $1,500 birthday.
And here comes the reality check. Judge Vonda B isn't having it. $1,500 for an 8-year-old's birthday? Absolutely not. Let's be real, this mom wasn't asking for child support. She was looking for reimbursement because she overextended herself. Judge Vonda sees right through it, and honestly, so do we. Entitlement or justified? What's your verdict?
You guys share custody. Who pays health insurance?
We both do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing you guys should be doing. Maintain your own individual health insurance, but no, he is not going to pay child support.
And there it is, folks. The case gets shut down hard. Not only is Dad not paying child support, but the judge is also making it clear this whole thing was a ridiculous waste of time. Let this be a lesson. Just because you overspend doesn't mean someone else should foot the bill. If there's one takeaway here, it's this: co-parenting is about fairness, not financial ambushes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything further?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anything further from you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. If there's nothing further, you both are dismissed.
And that's a wrap. Judge Vonda made it crystal clear. This wasn't about child support. This was about a bad financial decision. A birthday party is not a necessity, and expecting an ex to cover luxury expenses without discussion? That's a no-go. So what do you think? Did Mom have a point, or was this just entitlement in action? Let us know in the comments. And if you love these courtroom takedowns, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next jaw-dropping case.